My wife made her
But anyway, yes, we have.
What's your name?
Let's see, what name do I use today? Today I'll be Ed Johnson.
Ed Johnson, all right. Do you have a lot of movies shot here?
We've done, I think, 6 or 7, maybe 8. None of them made it to Hollywood yet.
You never know. The next one.
This might be it.
Is this a relation of yours?
This is my grandson, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
He learned to walk behind the counter at the diner.
Now, that's interesting.
Pushing the bus tab. We now have customers who ate with me 30 years ago. We're now bringing their grandchildren back to eat with me. And there's Alex Trebek coming in the diner. He actually cooked a couple of meals on the diner.
Did he really?
He said, my father's a chef, and I always wanted to be a short order cook. Mind if I cook a few meals? And I said, help yourself. Cooking breakfast.
Look at that. Those are some great photos.
And Alex Trebek. He's quite a nice gentleman. He made the front page of the USA magazine in 1970, 1980, whatever. 10 great places to eat in America. And the Broadway Diner was selected as one of the 10 best diners in America to eat in. So we are famous.
See, that's kind of what I'm thinking is like, let's
we have to take all the lights down. It's not like we can even just
Is the sun shooting constant for most of this? As far as where it's supposed to be?
So the gaffer got recruited as what?
As a deportation officer
Ooh.
in INS. And my character's name, the deportation character, is I'm not sure if you can see on the camera, but it is Karen. And there's more than one Karen. I'm Karen 1, and Colette is Karen 2. But we became INS officers through the trials and tribulations of the recession in the economy right now. So we're hoping on making a comeback with that tax break.
Basically, I just play a diner that came into the diner, sit there, have the morning breakfast, read newspaper, drink some coffee, and just kind of go from there.
My acting position, I'm Richard's breakfast partner. We come here all the time every morning and eat breakfast, read the newspaper, drink coffee.
Well, a friend of my daughter's, Robin, saw me at Booch's here in Columbia, and she mentioned that there was a couple of parts available for someone of my age and stature. So I said, okay, well, I'll give it a shot.
I kind of got trumped into it. Once again, Robin came to me and begged if I would do it, so I gave in.
These actors today, they didn't start out in these big movies. I mean, they had to start somewhere, so I'd say go for it.
My other job on the set is to make sure everything is kept up, everything is legal, all the students come back alive. This is the 4th year that Stevens has put it on, and it's been an experience every year.
It's great.
Hey Holly, do you know where my shirt is, my button up? It should be in the bag. Is it not in the bag? It's not in the bag. Is it hanging out?
I'm the art director of everything.
Which side do you think?
So that means I do costuming and set dressing and props and makeup. What we're doing now. Back to what we're actually supposed to be talking about. His face is dry and so the makeup isn't fine as evenly as I'd like. So
I don't think I like I prefer talking about me killing.
now we're gonna apply a foundation or a
We've got all some headphones. What kind would you
I
like?
love the wrist taps. It's like painting.
Oh man, dude, they sang that at karaoke last night.
Really?
It was awesome. I was singing.
It's fun to see the different things you can do.
And there was a person who was like kind of
dancing. It's kind of fun to play with your
but,
face.
Like, she was nervous, but she was saying it.
What who you can look like.
Alright.
There are actually programs for that.
Okay, so.
My number one rule is if you want to learn about something, get a book on it. First thing you do is get a book.
John says you should get a book.
Is that true?
You should also maybe take some courses in theater makeup, and that informs a lot of your just basic makeup because they teach you about the colors, the color wheel, and how the people's faces, different colors like red, orange, stuff like that. And then actually practicing is probably the best for different people just to see what works because you can read all the books you want, but unless you actually do it, you're not going to pick up anything.
I'm just.
I think we could probably end on that. Finding your shirt.
For example, I helped make the call sheets and I made binders for all the students before SFI started. And I really just, I'll do errands and just help out wherever is needed. Well, basically I just wrote an email explaining why I wanted the internship and I was selected. Did you really? I think it's a really great experience. My text message. I think it's definitely needed for someone who's studying film. Did you tell her? Hands-on experience of a real set.
On set, I'm the second AD. It means the second assistant director. So I'm also kind of like a unit production manager because I'm dealing mostly with stuff that has to do with getting the production going each day and stuff outside of the actual set. So worrying about the catering, the extras getting here on time, just location issues. Before this started, I did like a month of pre-production, and I guess you'd call me a line producer. If we want to use a location, I would be the one to call them and talk to them about how to make that work. You know, getting the crew together, calling people, can you work for us? Will you do it for this much money? Stuff like that. I've done a lot of random things that have to do with organizing, and I guess Brock, who's the director of this production, knew that I was pretty good at that and had done it before. So I think a lot of times it is word of mouth. You know, people find out that you're good at organizing and being on top of things, and so they'll ask you to be an AD for their production. Make your presence known to people who are making films, and you know, hang out with people that are making films. And anytime anyone's working on a production, be there to help out in any sort of way. You know, I turned down a lot of stuff because I thought, oh, well, that's going to be a crappy movie. You know, but you're gonna learn a lot no matter how bad the movie is. And so I just say, get in there and be like, you know, help them in any way they can, but obviously specifically if you want to be an AD, be like, hey, I'll AD for you. You know, just good experience.
I'm first AC assistant camera, and I'm responsible for camera maintenance and setup, basically. So I've been trying to teach people about the different elements of your camera. I don't know, really, it's just been this progression over the last 10 or 12 years of kind of just doing stuff on my own with my own camera, and then making a decision to do it professionally and really studying camera and film, and then getting work as much as I can. Because I really like teaching, and I especially like teaching women who are interested in the same profession so that they can see other women working in that profession. Because I think when you are trying to do something as difficult and as competitive as filmmaking, it's really good to have mentors and see other people doing it. Study hard, take as many classes as you can, and have a camera in your hand as much as possible. You'll get a lot of knowledge, more so than even in the classroom, just from going out and shooting and making mistakes.
Yes. Will you tell her that